Okay, just got to rush off to the store. I just made a little video, but I wanted to add another one. You know, you read in the big business press, and you read the politicians in the US and in the Western world, especially some of these right wingers here, talking about what cowards the Iranian leadership is. I don't support the Iranian leadership, but what cowards they are. And I remember when the US was bombing Afghanistan, and it was like we haven't harbored thugs and criminals and war criminals. I mean, it's just people can't. Iran could have bombed us for harboring the Shah, right? But anyway, and they were using the British base that they rented, Diego Garcia. That's the base that to fly them in there, and that's the base that Trump is angry at Weasel Starmer for making a deal with the Indians to have it on a lease. You should just take it. The people there, they didn't know. They were expelled by the British. It was ethnically cleansed of them, and Trump doesn't know. He has no idea about anything like that. But anyway, I remember a Pakistani fella saying he was being interviewed. It was a Pashtun, one of those guys, you know, and it was an interview and about the cowardice of the terrorists and Bin Laden, and he said, cowards. He said, you fly from ships and from the island Diego Garcia, and you drop bombs on us. We have no aircraft. We have nothing here, and you call us cowards. And it's the same with Iran, isn't it? Iran has no air defenses. I posted a piece from Seymour Hersh. I think the title was "No Glory in Bombing." I mean, it's the same when the US bombed Iraq. They bomb countries that have no defense. I mean, we wouldn't think it's heroic beating up a blind guy or beating up someone with no arms, right? Well, we drop bombs on these people in Iran. They have no defense to our air war. And one of the reasons that the US can get away with it, and that the American people are, over the last 30 years, have not stopped it, is we don't die in large numbers. These wars are all pretty unpopular. But the thing is if we were dying, that'd put a stop to it right off. Because it's a small number of American families that bear the brunt of US imperialism's vicious violence and warmongering that it does abroad. And some of them, it's a repeat. You know, when I was growing up in England, and at the American Air Base, I'd meet young Americans. I met some that had gone AWOL. And most of the American troops were either white, southern, midwestern, or southern whites, or black folks. You know, the ones I met abroad traveling in Europe were kids that were from the middle class and that managed to get out of it. Anyway, nobody in the US Congress has a right to call any Iranian leader, no matter what his views are, a coward. None of them. Talk to you later.